small podium. I have to resist the urge to lean on it so low. Good day, Dave Carter, that is my name, and I am a candidate for the North Carolina Senate. I appreciate being here tonight. I appreciate the invitation, Jenny, and from the partnership. I appreciate the welcome from Randall as well, and being able to listen to everybody's wonderful words of wisdom regarding their offices and their beliefs in the early education. I'm a bit of an unconventional candidate. I'm kind of mainstream and a little bit different, and I'll give you a story that helps me relate a little bit better to you. I'll challenge that 2,000-day education for children and say I believe it actually starts much earlier. And I'll go into that with a greater detail on my bio. First, I went to Georgia Tech. I was from Atlanta. I went to Florida for a while with my family, and I went back to Georgia Tech. Graduated from Georgia Tech after paying for my education, and I developed a lifelong love of learning. Now, I can't necessarily afford learning right now because of timing and finances, but I continue to learn on my own, constantly reading. One of the things I read when two of my children weren't even born yet was a study from two different medical schools and scientific results that had proposed that if you read to children in the fetus, in the uterus as fetuses, or feti, I don't know what the plural is, when they're in the uterus, they actually absorb some of the information. So the first child who was under the experiment for this, his name was Christopher, I read at length The Hobbit. And I enjoyed it because I hadn't read it since I was a youth. The second child who was under this experiment was Jonathan, and I read Charlotte's Web. And I challenged that perhaps it does go to being in the uterus, an opportunity for them to learn, because Christopher, who I mentioned was the first child, is a big fan of The Hobbit, and he loves science fiction. His brother Jonathan, not so much. However, Jonathan has an adoration for animals and bugs. So I believe there is an opportunity to train, to educate, and to help nurture our children at many points in their life, especially in their youth, and perhaps even, as I use my joke in my story, even earlier. Now, I still have two children who are in middle school, and I have one child who's in high school. They're all in Orange County schools, so it's a little bit different from how the schools are run here, but still, they are public schools. There was a consideration at one time that they be put in home schools, but based upon the resources we had, we weren't able to work that out. Nonetheless, I am a huge proponent of the schools in Orange County, and I would be in Chatham County, in any other county for that matter, because I believe that we have the right idea. I believe that our teachers should be rewarded, they should be directed, they should be helped to succeed. The younger children, with the programs that we have, for example, what the partnership does and what other programs we have available, with the targeted care of experts, with people who really care about the success of these programs, can succeed in making sure that not only the parents, but the youth are able to succeed and excel. I don't believe that these programs should be dismissed, and I believe that they should be supported with targeted care. Everybody in here, I believe, would be an advocate of that. And I think the state, in general, should continue with its advocacy of early education programs. I mentioned before that I am the unconventional candidate. I am pretty much a mainstream candidate. I am not a bureaucrat. I am not seasoned as a bureaucrat. I'm not a career politician. I'm not a lawyer. I'm a business person. I went to Georgia Tech. I learned how to do things, and I do things. With my kids, I do a lot of things. I volunteer frequently with them, and I continue with the school volunteering, Boy Scout volunteering, community volunteering, and what have you. I believe that the tight partnerships that are possible with parents, with programs such as this, with government organizations, non-government organizations, and the schools, we can have success across the board with our children and with our society as a whole. I appreciate your time. Again, my name is Dave Carter. Thank you very much.